You may think that if you live in the city you have nowhere to train for trail running. But you can certainly find a park where you have some trails. Go there, make a trail, possibly do a Strava segment on the trail, recommend it to other runners in the area, and always try to improve your time on that segment. Surely you can include some ups and downs in your route. The other runners in your area will thank you afterwards. In this way, I have in the park next to me a wonderful trail, but today's post is not necessarily about that. I don't want to bore you, I just want to tell you some stories about these places. It is said that there was a monastery in the place of the youth park, before the Valley of the Weeping, and near the monastery a village. One night, the ground shook and opened up, trapping both the holy place and the small settlement in its depths. The water spread over all of them, and then became a reed puddle, from which the name Koshiok would have come. In the years that followed the flood, a strange sight appeared in these places. The church spire could be seen through the reeds, and the stillness of the nights was often disturbed by the frightening voices of those whom the earth had swallowed. From then on, people began to call this place the Valley of Weeping. Many people tell of the cross on the church spire, which exists in the water after the earth collapsed. This would have been covered over after the lake's rehabilitation in the 1960s, when it was desilted and redeveloped. The customs officer finds a rifle hidden in a Sicilian's luggage and says, "What's this?" "It's a computer." "Looks like a rifle to me." "Well, that's what we're counting on." What a lazy man lying on the couch means, in 2019, a lazy guy. In 2020, responsible adult. I washed a car full of pajamas to have enough clean clothes for next week's work. At the time of Tsepush, 1431 to 1476, in the area of the youth park there was a large mountain, partially wooded and surrounded by the largest marsh in the region, so an insurmountable fortress. There, at the top of the mountain and in the middle of the forest, was the exit to the tunnel of the Tsepush. Today, the place of the exit is masked by the ash crematorium. Many of you may wonder why a crematorium has the status of a military objective and no one is allowed within 300 meters of it, as photography or filming is forbidden. Underneath the youth park there is a huge concrete structure, structured on 6 levels, in the shape of a horseshoe, capable of holding 20,000 people. It stretches from the entrance to the Children's Palace, the Polyvalent Hall, the Children's Orphanage to under the Bellu Cemetery. The main entrance is on Cicerii Street, near the Children's Palace. On this gate there is a warning prohibiting parking in front of it. The gate is guarded from the inside. Under the protection of anonymity, a public service official confirmed that the structure was built in the 1960s and was included in the force majeure measures, disaster or war. The structure was completed in 1974.